Let me ask you something uncomfortable. What if the reason you feel overwhelmed is because you're working too small? Not too little, too small. Most professionals don't have a work ethic problem. They have a leverage problem. They're pushing harder on the wrong side of the lever. If you're a small business owner, a consultant, an executive, a real estate professional, a creator, and you feel like success is costing you your health, your time, or your peace, this presentation will change how you work forever. Because productivity is not about doing more. It's about building an operating system. The zero-sum trap of modern work. Most professionals live in one of two traps. Scenario A, high income, career growth, exhaustion, poor health, no time. Scenario B, relaxed lifestyle, social time, stagnant income, career plateau, financial stress. It feels like a trade-off, money or freedom, growth or peace. But that's a false binary. The missing link is an operating system. True longevity requires growth without sacrificing the energy to enjoy it. You don't need to choose between ambition and balance. You need architecture. Slide 3. This framework is inspired by Naval Ravikant's philosophy on leverage and wealth. But philosophy without execution is theory. So this system combines timeless principles and real-world implementation, because ideas are useless without structure, and structure is useless without clarity. This is about synthesis, principles plus application. The 6-part operating system. Here's the architecture. 6 components. 1. Leverage. 2. Passion alignment. 3. The filter. 4. Health. 5. Automation. 6. Mental models. Productivity is not working harder. It is installing these 6 components so your output capacity increases. Think of it like upgrading hardware and software simultaneously. Let's break it down. Leverage. If you are attacking every task personally, you are not productive. You are just busy. There are 3 types of leverage: capital, labor, product. Capital means money works for you. Labor means people work for you. Product means code and media work for you while you sleep. If you are manually doing everything in your business, you are capped. High output professionals ask one question constantly: what can replace me here? Not because they're lazy, but because leverage multiplies output, and multiplication beats addition every time. Capital, labor, product. Capital. Run ads instead of cold calling endlessly. Labor. Delegate editing, admin, scheduling. Product. Build assets that scale. Content, software, systems. If your income depends entirely on your personal hours, you are in a fragile position. Leverage creates durability. Module 2. Passion alignment. Passion is not a luxury. It is fuel. If you hate the work, procrastination is inevitable. But here's the trick. You don't abandon the vehicle. You integrate passion into it. If you're a real estate agent who loves design, lean into design-led marketing. If you're a consultant who loves storytelling, build your brand around educational content. High interest plus value generation equals sustainable output. Burnout happens when alignment disappears. The filter, the art of saying no. Opportunities are everywhere, but not all opportunities are assets. Some are liabilities disguised as growth. The filter asks 3 questions. How much time does it require? Does it require upfront money? Does it align with my long-term goal? If it fails alignment, it fails completely. Saying no is not negativity. It is precision. High-output professionals reject more than they accept. Case study, turning down prestige. Imagine being offered a prestigious role, but it violates your long-term freedom goal. Most people accept it because it looks impressive. High performers decline if it misaligns, because long-term alignment beats short-term validation. Your 5-year vision must govern your weekly decisions. Module 4. Health is hardware. Your body is not separate from productivity. It is the platform. Burnout is not noble. It is inefficient. The maintenance protocol. Movement daily. Walking beats intensity if consistency drops. Rest. Recovery is productivity. Diet. Fuel clarity, not cravings. Sleep. The goal is waking up clear. If your hardware fails, your output collapses.
Automation and delegation. Let me give you a real example. Pricing 10,000 medical tests manually would take thousands of hours. AI automation reduced it to under 2 hours. That's leverage. The hierarchy of action. First, automate. Second, delegate. Third, personally execute only high-value tasks. If you're doing $10 per hour tasks as a $200 per hour professional, you are destroying scale. Grocery math. If outsourcing groceries costs $5 and saves 2 hours, that's not spending. That's buying leverage. Time is your scarcest asset. Protect it accordingly. Mental models. Productivity is a function of decision quality. There are 2 types of decisions: reversible, low impact, move fast; irreversible, high impact, slow down. Most professionals waste time overanalyzing small decisions and rush the big ones. High output professionals reverse that. First principles. You think you need a studio, expensive cameras, fancy edits, but deconstruct the assumption. Do million subscriber channels exist without those? Yes. Then those are non-essential. The essential is value. Value over production. Strip complexity until only leverage remains. Every decision carries the cost of what you didn't choose. 4 years of debt, or 4 years of experience and income. Both have consequences. High performers calculate trade-offs deliberately. They don't drift into them. Instead of asking, how do I succeed? Ask, how do I fail? If you wanted to destroy your health, you'd sleep poorly, eat processed food, never move. So do the opposite. Inversion removes blind spots. The high output checklist. Let's make this practical. Leverage. Replace 1 manual task this week. Passion. Audit your calendar. Are you building around interest? No. Reject 1 misaligned opportunity. Health. Schedule a daily walk. Automation. Set up 1 system. Inversion. Apply it to your biggest problem. Small upgrades compound. The goal. geographically agnostic. We don't optimize to work more. We optimize to design a life with autonomy. Work from anywhere, on your terms, with energy left to live. Productivity is the vehicle. Freedom is the destination. If you're a small business owner or professional, you don't need more hustle. You need an operating system. Install leverage, align passion, filter aggressively, protect your health, automate relentlessly, think clearly. That's how you scale without burning out. That's how you grow income without losing life. And that's how you become a high-output professional.
You're still watching, you already understand what most people never admit. Success isn't about talent or motivation, it's about time management. Winners control their time, attention, and energy. Everyone else gets controlled by their environment. When you don't manage time intentionally, years slip by with no real progress. That's how people lose, slowly, through inaction and poor priorities. If you're ready to change that, I'm inviting you to join my Success Fast Track coaching. Your first month is completely free. No risk, no payment, just results. In that month, we'll identify your highest leverage priorities, eliminate distractions, and build a time system that actually works in real life. This isn't theory, it's execution. If you keep doing what you're doing, nothing changes. But when you master your time, everything improves. Income, health, relationships, momentum. If you're done drifting and ready to take control, apply for one-on-one coaching using the first link below and claim your free month.